Good afternoon folks, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this week's second review. My name's Lee, your virtual airline pilot, back with you again. Thanks for joining me. Interesting little airport this. Where are we? Well, we're in Colombia in South America. This is Manizales La Nubia Airport, Sierra Kilo Mike Zulu. This is a payware scene from the TEIKOF Studio, spelt T-E-I-K-O-F Studio. And we're looking at version 1.0.2 for the PC version of Flight Simulator 2020. The download is 396 meg and it installs at 723 meg. So it's not too huge. It's quite a nice little airport, the right decent size for your community folder. It's currently available from Sim Market and it's priced at €11.99, which equates to roughly $12.68 US. Or £9.94 UK. Again, those prices are estimates taken from the euro, and they include tax or VAT at 20%, which of course may vary depending on which country you're in when you make your purchase. This is a lovely little airport, very high altitude I might add as well, and we'll look at that shortly. Nice work done on this airport, it really is. Okay, so let's look at features. Okay, features. High quality textures and models have been used. You've got animated objects around the scenery, custom markings with wear and tear, high fidelity terminal representation, and attention to detail with lots of hours of work. So clearly they spent a lot of time on this. So let's talk some history about this airport now. Okay, history. Manizales La Nubia Airport, Sierra Kilo Mike Zulu, is a public use airport owned and operated by Infilcaldas and serving the city of Manizales in Colombia. Located just 5 miles or 8 kilometers southeast of the city's downtown area, the only aircraft that can use this airport are turboprop propeller aircraft, such as the Fokker 50, the ATR-72 and the Dash-8. The airport has a short runway and limited ramp space. The main problem at this airport is weather. Sometimes shut down due to fog, rain or winds, it is difficult for airlines to offer reliable scheduled service for passengers wishing to visit Manizales and the town of Caldas. Combined with its daylight-only hours of operation and limited runway length, Manizales La Nubia Airport has been seen as an obstacle to the region's development. I guess it probably is. The airport currently has one scheduled service operated by Click Airlines, operating flights from Bogota, Cartagena and Medellin. So yeah, a real pity. It's a lovely little airport located high in the mountains, and the scenery is beautifully modelled, I might add. It's a pity that you can't get in here into anything bigger probably than ATR. I should think with the runway length we might be able to get an Airbus A319 in here, but the other issue is altitude. And as for altitude, let's talk runways now, and we can find out a bit more about that. Okay, so runways. Manizales La Nubia Airport operates a single runway 1028, measuring 4,939 feet or 1,475 meters, and it's made from asphalt. The airport lies at a high elevation of 6,860 feet or 2,091 meters and sits within the GMT UTC -5 hours time zone. Now, Colombia, unlike most European countries, does not observe daylight saving time or DST, and so with the UK back on GMT at the moment, the airport's currently 5 hours behind the UK. Okay, so the runway itself, as you can see, a single runway there. We're at the looking down the throat of runway 10, which features medium intensity runway lighting, runway end identifier lighting system and precision approach path indicators on the left side. Now, as you can see, the only thing that's missing here are the runway end identifier lights, which are the 2 white lights that flash either side of the runway. They need to be added. No approach lighting system, and there's none on the charts. Approaches here, well, you've got VOR, Y and Z approaches for this runway. Let's go and have a look at the other end, runway 28. So here we are looking down the throat of runway 28. And so runway 28 features medium intensity runway lighting only. That's the only lighting it's got. And I'll tell you why, because we're looking in the operating notes here. Operating hours, the airport's open from sunrise to sunset only. And there's also no approaches authorised for this runway due to obstacles. So runway 28, we're looking down the float of it now, is departures only. So when you're taking off, you have to taxi down here, turn around and take off in that direction. Runway 10, we looked at a moment ago, is landings only. Again, it's because of the terrain behind us. I'll show you in a minute. And also note the runway is not available to aircraft over 20,000 kilograms or 44,092 pounds. So let's have a quick look behind us. And there you can see we've got rising terrain, trees, buildings and mountains. Really cannot make landings into this end of the runway. Takeoffs only. So there you go, that was runways, or the single runway that this airport has. As I've said, no approaches are authorised to runway 28 this end. This is takeoffs only in that direction and landings only in this direction. And again, you've got operating hours sunrise to sunset, and you've got a weight limit on aircraft operating in here. So basically the runway supports anything up to and including 20,000 kilos or 44,092 pounds only. So no jetways at this airport, so let's get down to the area itself, have a look at what's been modelled and see just how nice it is. Okay folks, welcome to the main tour. First of all, we are looking sort of east. You might remember I showed you in the runway section that you can't do landings at this end because of the mountains. But in the scenery, here it is sort of just afternoon, I thought I'd show you what it looks like. I mean, we're on high elevation in the mountains. The terrain looks beautiful, got the stream here. And you've got various houses and things going on here, which looks pretty good. It's a very nice area. So here we are looking in the other direction. As you can see, landings coming this way and takeoffs this way. You can't do any landings behind us. So let's pop down a little bit and we just do a slow tour towards the south, towards the west. There you can see the fence line. There you've got the windsock. Runway looks quite nice. And you've got various buildings and bits and pieces there to the right. You've got looks like a football court there, football field. And there you've got various small buildings. It's nice. Nothing fantastic. It's just nice. And you've got their fire engine going into a little hangar thing there. Helicopter landing point there, and you can see what I've done is I've put a private jet from the Asobo menu on stand, and yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it? The obligatory palm trees looks really nice there. There's the control tower. It's all right. It looks lovely. There's one of the road entrances to the airport, and here you've got buildings slightly off the airport. Another windsock down there, and you can see there's like a huge drop away here. But again, you've got car parks and cars and vehicles down here. It's a very pleasant thing. There's a cemetery, yet another cemetery. You don't see too many, but I've just saw one in another scenery recently. Well, it looks like the whole thing is a cemetery, not sure. But as you can see, things for you to explore off airport here. It's beautifully modelled. So a quick look at airside ramp. This is what you'll see when you park up here. And here you can see markings for an ATR-72. And you've got the default Asobo people floating around. Here's a look at the terminal from airside, and you've got an animated person in there. Can't see anybody else. We'll pop in and have a look in a minute. Here's the main entrance and exit. I mean, I love the flowers and the palm trees. It's really been nicely done. It is very nice. And there you've got a fire engine, and here you can see the airside ramp. You've got stands, details here on plinths, which is also a good sign. This really does look nice. Let's have a look here. This is the fire station with the control tower on top. So here's the tower from the outside. You've got a controller in there, which is great. And here you look at the weathering on this. This is really nicely done. Here we are inside the tower. Fairly simple, fairly basic, but we've got chairs, we've got screens with things on them, we've got a controller, which is also most important. Nicely done inside here, and the glass is slightly misted so you can see outside of it. It looks more realistic. So just a quick look out across the runway from this end. Obviously you've got landings coming in this way, and you'll have aircraft taking off that way, so quite a good view from the tower here. And there we are looking in the other direction. Runway 28 threshold up here. Landside is here. And there's the control tower and the fire station. And another view of the solitary fire truck there. So here's a closer look at the runway and taxiway. There's the sign we looked at a moment. So taxiway Delta. And again you can see blue airfield edge lights. And yeah, looks fine. So let's have a look inside the terminal from airside, upper level first. Okay, quite tastefully done airside upper level there, and again the windows are slightly misted, which is good. And there we are looking in the other direction. So let's check out the lower level. And we've got what looks like a little restaurant here. Yeah, very nice. Got a little restaurant there and some things for sale. Would have been nice to have a couple of static people in here. But no, that looks okay. So let's have a look in here. So there's the waiting area. And there's the security check. And you've got the guy walking through the wall. And there's the corridor that takes us out to landside. So here's an overview of landside. Again, we've got a nice selection of vehicles, all in their slots, nothing out of place. Animated flags, a couple of parking spaces for disabled people, and again some nice foliage and a couple of taxis up near the terminal. There's the airport police station. And you've got what looks like parking that's closed off just for vehicles, for police vehicles. And there you can see the part of the entrance to the airport itself. Animated flags, beautiful flowers, foliage looks great, the fauna looks wonderful. Here's a close-up look at this part of the building. Looks really good. Let's pop inside. Okay, this looks to be check-in. You've got some desks here, airline desks, and it's also what looks like sort of baggage weighing scales here too. Couple more check-in desks. I'm not sure what they are, they might be shops, but all looks pretty nice, nicely done. Very nice indeed. Here we are out landside, got a range of taxis there waiting for people, various bollards here, road segregation, all looks pretty good. And again another look back across the landside area here. I love these flowers, just the foliage has been really nicely done, it really makes this airport. Okay, so that was a quick look there during the day. Let's lower the lighting to dusk now and have a look at how the lighting looks. Okay, 10 to 5 in the evening local time. It's the 13th of December 2024 for those that are interested. It's when this video was made. Bear in mind this airport operates from sunrise to sunset, so no landings or operations after dark except with prior permission. However, we thought we'd have a look at the lighting after dark and just see how it is, and it's nice, it's subtle, nothing special. The runway, taxiway lighting all looks pretty good, so if you need to take off or land at this time of the evening, you can do so. There we are looking to the west as the sun goes down behind the mountains. And there's the view looking to the east. As you can see, the sun casts a beautiful glow on the mountains. And yeah, it looks nice. It really does look nice. So just a couple of close-up shots of the terminal building from airside and landside here at dusk. Here's the main ramp. And there you can see lighting inside the terminal, which looks very nice. Here's the other part of the terminal. Here's the upper area. You've got lighting here as well. There's the restaurant that's all been lit, and there's the entrance way. There's the control tower seen from airside, and here you can see the taxiway sign to the right that also has some basic lighting, which is good. There's the fire truck below the fire station, below the control tower. And there, looking inside the control tower, you can see there's lighting in there too, which is good. So in order to look at landside, I thought we'd travel up the landside road here. As you can see, street lamps there, no asobo globes. There's the runway threshold on our left, and as you can see, it's slightly elevated. So we've got two roadways. This is where the road splits and we go through to the airport itself. Got the airport sign there, and we go in. I like these really standing lights on the right hand side. They're very nicely, it's a lovely little scenery this is. The bushes, there's an ambience about this. Could do with some people, that's the only complaint. It's a lovely airport that's devoid of people, unfortunately. Very nice. It's just very, very pleasantly done. It's a nice internal lighting there. It's very pleasant, very nice indeed. So here's the arrivals hall inside. As you can see, you've got the conveyor belt there, which is static and no bags or people. It could do with just really to touch this scenery off. It could do with some static people, some families, some people using the airport, and maybe some bags, just to make it a bit lifelike. I mean, it's a beautifully modelled airport in a lovely location, but again, it lacks people. I mean, I understand the airport's not used that much, sunrise to sunset. Well, the weather sometimes precludes you getting in and out of here, but it would be nice to see some people. And an overview of the ramp seen from this side here, from landside looking towards airside. So that was dusk. Let's drop it down to night and see whether we have any improvement on the lighting. As I said, bear in mind, no operations at night time. So let's have a look. Okay, 10 PM local time, and this is the same shot looking across to airside from the landside area, and there is the light has come up a little bit. It really does look quite impressive. So once again, looking across the landside car park, no asobo globes floating around. It looks quite good, it really does. And there's the entrance that we came up a moment ago, and those lamps on the left look very, very impressive. So there's a high level shot of the airside ramp. I mean, the lighting has come up a little bit more, so if you have to come here during the darkness hours, you should be able to find your way perfectly okay. You'll need your nose gear light to help you along the taxiway, but getting in towards the terminal, the lighting is lovely, really is. And there's a view looking towards the runway 28 threshold. Got the helicopter pad over there to the right, and various little hangars and bits and pieces around. So there you go, one final overview shot of the airside ramp looking towards the west. Hopefully the sun's behind me. Let's bring the dawn up and have a look at the dawn. Okay, 6:05 in the morning. As you can see, it's still a bit dark, but mainly because of the mountains behind us. It all gets a bit shrouded. This is what it looks like at 6:05 with the dawn slowly coming up. And you can see the sun reflecting here. Let's bring the time up a little bit more. So 30 minutes later, it's 6:35 in the morning, and now you can see the airport is bathed in an early morning glow. And they're looking towards the east. The sun's going to come up over that mountain. Very, very nice. Okay, 9 o'clock in the morning, local time, and time to wrap up this review. Quite a short one today, thankfully. So what do I think? I mean, it's a lovely airport. It's such a pity you couldn't actually get a jet in here. But those of you who like to fly low and slow or fly the smaller airline routes, this could be fun. It's a beautiful, stunning location, high in the mountains, over 6,000 feet, remember. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fast approach. Landing's one way, takeoff's another. Yeah, it's nice. It's lovely. The modelling is excellent. It's really good. It's just a lovely little airport, really. My only real complaint is the lack of people. Have to have some people, even if they're just static, in the various locations would really enhance this. You've got I mean, they've even modelled the arrivals baggage reclaim there. Bung a couple of bags on the reclaim and stick a couple of passengers in there. You know, that would be brilliant. But notwithstanding any of that, it's a lovely little airport. And what about the price? Well, it's just under €12, just under $13. Yeah, it's lovely. It's a good price. A very, very good price for what we're being presented with here. There's lots for you to see outside around the airport as well, certainly down here. Look at this football field here. This could be a fun place to land and take off from. You get hours of fun, I think, from here. It's a lovely airport, thoroughly recommended. Yet another really good project from TEIKOF Studio. And yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, and I'm happy to recommend it. So there you are, Manizales Airport in Colombia, Sierra Kilo Mike Zulu. It's a payware scenery by TEIKOF Studio. We're looking at version 1.0.2 for the PC version of Flight Simulator 2020. Download comes in at 396 meg, and it installs at 723 megs. Currently available from Sim Market, priced at €11.99, which equates to roughly $12.68 US, or £9.94 UK. As ever, above prices are taken from the euro, and they include tax or VAT at 20%, which could vary depending on which country you live in when you make the purchase. A lovely little airport, sunrise to sunset only. You could try making landing here at night, that would be a challenge, but there are VOR and instrument approaches for you to give you a chance to maybe do that daytime or nighttime. A really nice little scenery at a nice price, just a little gem, and anyway, I hope you like it. So thanks for watching, folks. My name's Lee, your virtual airline pilot, wrapping up this second video review. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the end of the video in the credits. I have a rolling credit where I list the current list of sceneries that I'm looking at, where they've stated that there are upgrades or versions for Flight Sim 2024, and these versions are free. So check that out before the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.